a good morning. We say hello and how do you do to all our friends and our teachers too. Good morning, good morning. It's a good morning. Good morning, my graders. I hope you are ready for another week of learning. Before we get started, let's say our morning prayer. Hands together, eyes closed. Thank you, God, for the beautiful day. Thank you for my mommy, my daddy, my brother, my sister. Thank you for the school. Thank you for the teachers. Thank you for the sunshine. Thank you for the birds that sing. Thank you, Lord, for everything. Amen. And I hope that you have a beautiful day today and an awesome week ahead. I think this one's going to be pretty exciting. But before we get started on the theme board, let's start with our counting. Are you ready to count to 100? And don't forget to say those numbers nice and clearly and do all the actions to wake up your muscles. Ready? Let's go. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Okay, grader, should we count in twos? Let's count in twos. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Very good. Should we do our rocket ship? Okay, so great job. As you can see, this week I have moved the board to the other side of the class just so I have a bit more space to work with. So I'm not going to go squat all the way down for our rocket ship, but you guys must, okay? Okay, so down you go. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Blast off! Good stuff. And last but not least, let's count in tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Good stuff, grader. And I want you to remember to keep practicing all your counting and to say those numbers nice and clearly. Okay, grade R, now we are going to take another look at our colors. All right, do you know what color this is? Yellow. And can you find anything on the theme board that's yellow? What about the sun? Green. Can you find anything on the theme board that's green? What about the chameleon? Silver. Can you find anything on the theme board that's silver? I can't, but maybe Mom or Dad are wearing some jewelry, or maybe you wearing some jewelry, or maybe Teacher Jamie's wearing some jewelry and her earrings are silver. What can you see around you at home that's silver? Maybe you're eating a yogurt and your spoon is silver. Can you see anything that's silver? Can you see anything on the theme board that is grey? Let's have a look. What can we see that is grey? Can you see the pigeon over here is grey? Not the full pigeon, but he's got some grey colouring. Black. Can you see anything on the theme board that's black? What about the fly over here? Can you see the fly there is black? So also guys, just to briefly let you know, even though we can see a little bit of black in that fly, not all flies and pigeons are exactly the same colour. Okay, we're just discussing some of the colours we can see on our theme board. All right. Gold. So let's see if we can see anything gold on the theme board. I don't see anything gold, but maybe once again, Mom and Dad are wearing some jewelry and it's gold. Hey, can you see anything gold lying around your house? What about pink? Can you see anything pink on the theme board? I don't see anything pink, but maybe you're wearing a pink jersey, or maybe your socks are pink, or maybe the pajamas you slept in last night were pink. Can you see anything pink around your house? Orange. Okay, can you see anything orange on the theme board? What about these feathers? They're orange. What about the top of the butterfly here? That's orange. Brown. Can you see anything brown on the theme board? I can see the brown chocolate donuts. But what about this lizard over here? He's got some brown. This frog has some brown. I actually see quite a bit of brown on the theme board. Red. Can you see anything red on the theme board? That scorpion at the bottom there, looks like he's got a little bit of red, but I don't think you'll see that too clearly on the video. And that parrot's also got a little bit of red there. Purple. I don't see anything purple on the theme board, but maybe once again your pants are purple. What about your shoes? What color are your shoes? Can you see anything purple around your house? Blue. So the parrot over here, he's got some blue coloring. Our lake over here is blue. Our clouds are blue. Okay, clever kids. So I know we've been practicing this every day since we started grade R, but we have to remember that practice makes perfect. So I know sometimes you might say, oh, but Teacher Jamie, I know my days of the week. I know you do, because you are brilliant. But if we keep practicing, we will be perfect at it. Okay, so practice makes perfect. All right, so do you know what day it is today? Do you know? Do you know what day it was yesterday? Do you know what day it will be tomorrow? All right, I want you to discuss with Mom and Dad what day it is today, what day it was yesterday, and what day it will be tomorrow. All right. Do you remember how many days are in a week? There are 7 days in a week. Can we sing our days of the week song? There are 7 days. There are 7 days. There are 7 days in the week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So, how many days are in a week? 7 days in a week. And grade R, do you know how many hours are in one day? There are 24 hours in one day. Cool, hey? So that's why even when we spoke about, it's now obviously winter, it's a bit cold, so the sun rises a little bit later and it sets a little bit earlier. So even though even though it is darker for longer, it doesn't mean there are less hours in a day. There are still 24 hours in a day. Okay, moving on. Do you know how many months are in a year? There are 12 months in a year. Okay, and those days, some of them have 30 days in a month, sorry. Some of them have 31 days in a month. But February is special because February only has 28 days in a year, in the month, but every leap year it has 29 days. Interesting, hey? All right, but for now we are going to focus on how many months are in a year, and we know that there are 12 months in a year. Okay, can we say our months of the year? Let's go. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. And do you know which month your birthday is in? Do you know which month of the year Mommy's birthday is in? Do you know which month of the year Daddy's birthday is in? Do you know which month of the year your brother or sister or maybe granny or grandpa, do you know when their birthday is? All right, so we know that we have 12 months in a year. And who remembers how many seasons we have in a year? We have 4 seasons in a year. And remember we said, guys, the order of the seasons never ever change. The order of the seasons will remain the same for as long as you are alive. Okay, so the four seasons, the order never changes. But do you know how long each season lasts for? Each season lasts for 3 months. Okay, can we please say our seasons, or should we sing our season song rather? I think let's sing our season song. There are 4 seasons, there are 4 seasons, there are 4 seasons in a year. Summer, autumn, winter, spring. Summer, autumn, winter, spring. And which season are we in, grade R? We are in winter, which is the coldest season of the year. Okay, my baby, so now, once again, we are going to be practicing and going through our shapes. First, we will be discussing our 2D shapes, our 2-dimensional shapes, and then we will move on to our 3D shapes. Guys, while we're talking about the shapes, I want you to look around your house. If we start discussing a circle, say, can I see anything around my house that's in the shape of a circle? And then maybe on your couch, you're going to have a circular cushion. All right, if we're discussing the heart, I want you to look around your house. Can I see anything in the shape of a heart? If you can't find something, it's not a big deal, but I just really want you to look really, really hard. Okay, maybe mom's got a heart on her jersey or anything like that, all right? Okay, let's begin with our 2D shapes. This is our heart. Diamond. Triangle. And we know that tri means 3. So we know that a triangle has 3 corners. This is a oval. Guys, if I ask you, Luke, what shape is this? Are you going to say, Teacher Jamy, that is an egg shape? No, you're too clever for that. So you're going to say, Teacher Jamy, that is an oval. And we have our circle. Rectangle. And we know that a rectangle has 4 sides. Are all 4 sides the same? No, it's got 2 long sides and 2 short sides. And like a rectangle, a square also has 4 sides. But what do we know about the square's 4 sides? That all 4 sides are the same. This is our crescent. Good job, grade R. Are you going to tell me, Teacher Jamy, that is a moon shape? No, you're too clever for that. You're going to say, Teacher Jamy, that is a crescent. And this is our plus. We're now very familiar with the sign because we use it when we do maths. And this is our cross. And over here we have our star. All right. Cool, guys. So those are our 2-dimensional shapes. Now we're going to be discussing our 3-dimensional shapes, our 3D shapes. So guys, do you know what 3D shape this is? This is a cone. Very good. And we know that it can be a party hat or it can be an ice cream cone. All right. So this is a cone and you can see that it's got a round base and it's got a pointy top. Okay. Well, we could hold it that way, but if I leave it to stand, can it stand? Yes. Do you know what 3D shape this glue stick represents? A cylinder. Well done. So we know that a cylinder, it's round all the way down, and the top is in the shape of a circle, and so is the bottom. This is a cylinder. Do you know what shape this is? This is a cube. And if you turn the cube, you will notice that all the sides are a square. This is a cube. And you all know this shape, I hope. What shape or 3D shape is this ball? It is a sphere. Well done, grade R. And last but not least, we have our pyramid. So guys, a pyramid is triangular at the top, but the base of the pyramid is a square. And that's why if you leave it to stand, it will stand up straight. Okay, this is a pyramid. Very good. All right, guys, so now we have finished our morning ring. We can move on to our theme for this week. Good morning, grade R. So, I hope you are ready for another awesome theme. I know the theme board looks like crazy busy. It is crazy busy, but it's fun because this week we're actually going to be focusing on 3 different themes. We are going to be focusing on birds, reptiles, and insects. Okay? Now, I'm going to focus on each of them one at a time just to help us, grasp all the information and understand all the information. So the first one we are going to be starting with is birds. So, birds have hollow bones, which help them fly. Birds have feathers and wings. They lay eggs and are warm-blooded. Okay, guys, so first of all, it says birds have hollow bones. And it helps them fly. So the bones you don't see birds' bones out flapping and helping them fly. No, it means that their bones are hollow, okay? Where our bones are dense, a bird's bone is hollow, okay? So it makes them very, very light so they are able to fly. Have you ever noticed a bird sitting on an electric fence and they don't get electrocuted? Why? Because they are very light, all right? Then we said that birds have feathers. So like our skin protects us, the bird's feathers protect them. And over here, so guys, this isn't an actual bird's feather. It's just a feather that I got from our art cupboard, but I didn't really want to go and pick up a bird's feather. Teacher Jamy doesn't like germs. But can you see the consistency of the bird's feathers? They're very soft. Can you see that? Okay, so if you go outside and you touch a bird's feather, it's fine, but guys, you must wash your hands after you have handled a bird's feather. Or even if you help a bird, that's awesome. Teacher Jamy will always help if she can. But guys, you must remember birds, anything like that, they do carry germs. Okay, so if ever you touch a bird's feather or anything, please wash your hands properly with soap and water. Okay, so these are our bird's feathers. Okay, let me put these back. Guys, did you know that birds are one of the only warm-blooded animals that lay eggs? So do you remember we spoke about reptiles and we said reptiles are cold-blooded, they don't give a live birth, they lay eggs. So birds are warm-blooded, but they still lay eggs. So, where do you think a bird will lay their eggs? They will lay their eggs in a nest. So, a bird's nest is a place where the bird lays her eggs. Usually, the female, so the girl, builds the nest. And the male is her helper. So, he helps her build the nest. Many birds glue their nests together with materials like spider webs, silk, mud, and even their own saliva, which is their spit. So, great on. Remember, a bird's not going to go now and go to the hardware shop and say, excuse me, I need some glue, I need some cement, I need something to help me build my nest. No. They use what they have. So, over here, you can see this little bird is carrying, all these pieces of grass and straw that she's found and using materials like her saliva, so her spit, spiders' webs, all of those kinds of things. She binds them together until she can make a secure nest for her babies and to lay her eggs. Okay, so guys, this is another bird's nest. Just like our houses, not everybody's house is exactly the same. Just like birds' nests, not all of their nests are exactly the same. All right, so those are our birds' nests. And then the birds go and they lay their eggs inside their nest. And then, even when their babies hatch, they stay in the nest for a little while. The mommies go out. They bring them, once they've hatched from the egg, obviously. The mommies go out. They bring their food. And the mommy, so when they feed their babies, what they do is, if they're feeding their babies a worm, what the mommy does is she takes the worm, she chews it nicely, she eats it, and then it's called regurgitate. She regurgitates it. So guys, it's kind of like vomiting. And then she opens her beak, and then the babies stick their beaks inside, and they eat. Okay, so I know it doesn't sound so wonderful, but that is how the mommy has to feed their baby. So like when you were a baby, mommy couldn't just say, oh, you know what, here, Gabriel, here's a steak. No, mommy had to give you formula and milk, and then only as you got older could you start eating solid foods. So the same happens with the birds. Once again, the mommy can't go to the shop and say, excuse me, I need some formula for my baby, or some purity. No, she has to go and she has to make that herself. Aren't they amazing? So, that is basically what we've spoken now about birds, and that they can fly, and that they are warm-blooded, but they lay eggs. We've spoken about their nests. Now we're going to talk about some of the different kinds of birds. So guys, not all the birds in the world are on the board. It's just a few that we're going to discuss. Did you know that not all birds can fly? So, did you know that the penguin can't fly, but they can swim? Did you know that the ostrich doesn't fly, but he can actually run very fast? And did you know that the flamingo doesn't fly? Interesting, hey? So, let's focus on these birds first, and then we will discuss the others. I'm going to turn my laptop a little bit so you can see me. So, the penguin. So guys, some penguins live in the cold, in the icy cold. And they live in a little house which is called an igloo. and that igloo is made out of ice. But you get some penguins, they don't all live in the cold. Like, who's been to Cape Town and maybe been to Boulders Beach and seen the penguins? Okay, they don't live in igloos. Okay, but some do. So, penguins are flightless birds. They are flightless, which means they cannot fly. While other birds have wings for flying, penguins have adapted flippers to help them swim in the water. Most penguins live in the southern hemisphere. Okay, so that's where it's very cold. So guys, even though penguins cannot fly, they're actually very good swimmers. So when they get their food, if they live in the southern hemisphere, they actually go fishing. So what happens, they'll dive into the water and they'll swim and they'll find a fish underwater. They take it and then they take it onto land, and that is how they eat. They hunt. They are fishermen. Isn't that cool? So, now we're going to speak about another flightless bird, which is an ostrich. The ostrich is the largest bird in the world. It also lays the largest eggs and has the fastest maximum running speed of 97 kilometers per hour. Guys, that's almost as fast as what mommy and daddy go on the highway. Crazy, hey? They are also a flightless bird. So once again, it cannot fly. Okay, so even though they can't fly, they've got other really cool, interesting facts about them. Sorry, let's straighten that. Now we are going to speak about the flamingo. Flamingos are a type of bird that live in large areas of large, shallow lakes, lagoons, swamps, and sandy islands. So, radar, here you can see the flamingo, and can you see that they're standing in water, but the water just goes past their ankle. So they don't sit and swim in the water all day, they just like to stand in the water. So if you're going to find a flamingo, it is going to be near a lagoon or a swamp or a lake. Alright, and once again, they also eat fish. So they're standing in the water and they are going to hunt for fish. Okay, so those are some of our flightless birds. They cannot fly. Now we're going to move on to a bird which we all know. This is the chicken. The chicken is the most common species of bird found in the world. So it's the most common, which means that pretty much almost everyone in the world knows about a chicken. Why? Because we eat chickens, we eat their eggs. So most countries in the world will eat chickens and their eggs, so they all know them. All right. And they're in all different countries. Where some birds you might only find in certain countries. Okay, so a chicken is the most common species of bird. Now we are going to talk about the crow. So guys, I don't know if you can see the crow that clearly, but you will see that the crow almost has like a bluey color. Can you see that? So it looks black from far, but if you have to see it in real life, you'll see it's got like a bluey shine to it. Okay, have you ever seen a crow maybe in your garden or anything like that? Let's read about the crow. So, crows have black feathers and they almost look like they are shiny because of their deep color. They are known for their loud caw sound. So that is the sound a crow makes. It goes caw. They can often be spotted flying overhead or in treetops. There are about 40 different species of crow. That's a lot, guys. So there's about 40 different species of just this bird. So imagine how many birds or different species of birds there are. Millions. Now let's speak about the pigeon. So, you know when we eat lunch at school and we say, okay guys, you got to make sure, try not to miss because else we're going to attract the pigeons. These birds are like little scavengers. So what happens is if we always leaving food lying on the floor, that's why we say, pick up your things, guys. So what will happen is the pigeons will come and they'll eat the little chip that was left on the floor, the little piece of rice, and then they keep coming back. The problem is, guys, because these birds often rely on humans for food, what happens is that they normally come back to get a chip or a piece of rice. One day, if you accidentally leave a paper on the floor, that poor little guy's going to eat it. And do you think that's good for him to eat paper? No, because he'll choke. Hey. Or maybe somebody leaves string and then he goes and he wants to see what it is, and then his foot gets tied up and he gets stuck, and then maybe he can't fly. Okay, guys, so that's why we say clean up your litter. It's not only for you, it's also to help protect these animals. Okay, cool. So, the pigeon. Pigeons have one mate for life. Okay? So basically what happens is the pigeons get married and that's it. They only have that one mate. So that is who, they have eggs with. That is who, when they move nests or move houses, they move with that pigeon. So they have one mate for life. Okay? They also have the uncanny ability to find their way home. So what happens if one of the pigeons live here at school and I go and I lock it in a cage and then I take it all the way to Pretoria and then I let it out the cage? The pigeon is most likely going to be able to find its way back here to where it belongs. So, long time ago, before people had phones and they were writing letters, they would write a letter, and what would happen is they would roll it up, put it in the pigeon's feet, the pigeon would hold it, he would take it to where it needs to be, and then he would come home. So pigeons have the ability to always find their way home. Isn't that interesting? They're a lot smarter than we think. Let's speak about the eagle. Eagles are a large, powerful bird of prey. They have large, hooked beaks. So I don't know if you can see over here, this eagle's beak, it looks like a hook. Sorry, guys. So can you see the eagle's beak? It looks like a hook. So they have large hooked beaks and they have excellent eyesight. So guys, let me finish reading this first. Eagles have powerful talons which help them catch prey. Oh, these are their talons, by the way, their claws or their hands or whatever you want to call them. Eagles build their nests on high cliffs or really tall trees. Okay, guys, so an eagle is a bird of prey, which means they don't get hunted. They are the ones hunting. So you will notice, okay, well, I've never seen an eagle personally, but if you see an eagle, he's going to be really, really high up. Why? Because he's really high so that he can see what's around. And then he says, oh, I found my prey. And he will swoop down. He will use his talons to hold on to that prey. He will fly back up to the nest, and he's got a hook-like beak. It's very, very sharp. Okay. So this is the eagle. He is almost like the king of the birds. All right. So that is our eagle. Then we are going to speak about the parrot. Isn't it beautiful? It is so colorful. Sorry guys, I'm just going to move my laptop so you can see. So this is the parrot. So guys, even though parrots are found in the wild, some people also do keep them as pets. Okay. So most parrots live in tropical areas. Parrots have curved beaks, strong legs, and clawed feet. Parrots are often brightly colored. Parrots are believed to be one of the most intelligent bird species. So one of the smartest bird species. Guys, have you ever seen somebody who has a pet parrot and the parrot talks to them? Or the parrot copies them? So my neighbor has a parrot. So every time my neighbor turns on her alarm, it makes such a loud sound. But guys, in the middle of the day, I hear the alarm sound going off. And then I say, oh, but why is she putting on the alarm? It's not the alarm going on and off. It is the parrot. They imitate sounds that they hear. So often you'll hear a parrot, if you say, answer the phone, hello, what will happen is the parrot will hear the phone ring and go, hello. They're very clever. Okay, so that is the parrot. Now let's see if we are missing any other birds that maybe we didn't speak about. No, so those are the ones that we have on the board for today. So you will see later on in the week when we do our art, it's going to be focused around the birds. So I want you to, for now, look in your garden, see, can you see maybe some colorful birds? Is there a hummingbird? While you're playing outside, I want you to listen. Can you hear any of the birds making a sound? And I want you to take note of all the birds that you hear and see.
Did you know that the fastest bird is the peregrine falcon? This bird of prey can reach up to 400 kilometers per hour whilst free falling. Wow, it's so fast. Poor dove if it were to cross its path. On the other hand, the American woodcock is the slowest bird on the planet, flying at a mere speed of 8 kilometers per hour. Oh, check out its cute little babies. Did you know that the fastest land bird is the ostrich? This huge bird, actually the largest in the world, cannot fly, but it can reach up to 70 kilometers per hour. Running! It's faster than a moped. This tiny hummingbird also holds an impressive record. Besides being the smallest bird, it can also flap its wings 200 times per second, or in other words, 12,000 times in a minute. Incredible! They beat so fast that you can hardly even see them. It looks as if they're floating in the air whilst eating. And did you know that the penguin is the aquatic bird champion? Penguins can't fly, and on land they are rather clumsy, but they are incredible in water. Some species can reach the speed of 36 kilometers per hour. They swim 4 times faster than humans can. But the most impressive penguin is the emperor penguin. A person can dive to the depth of 260 meters, whereas this penguin species dives 535 meters deep and can hold its breath for 5 to 18 minutes. It's a bird. It has a beak and feathers, but it seems as if it wants to be a fish. Now we have learnt a few records and fascinating facts about birds. The truth is, it is beautiful observing them fly in the sky or swim in the sea. But as we are always reminding you in Happy Learning, so as to continue enjoying them, we must look after our environment. Do not contaminate the air, the sky, the rivers and seas. We must take care of our nature and all that is around us. And like that, we will be able to live in a happier world.
Good morning, grade R. So, today is Monday, which means we are focusing on literacy. So, we're going to do a quick little activity before I explain the worksheet. Guys, once again, in order to be able to read and write, you have to be able to identify all your letters and form them correctly. So please make sure you practice this every single day, because like we said earlier, practice makes perfect. Okay, so make sure that you practice them every day so that you're sure of these things and you're confident and comfortable when using your letters. All right, so guys, I've got a little book here, but you can make your own little book. Okay, so all you need to do is you just need to write. So for instance, we're going to be focusing on the words today that end in an. Okay, so all you need to do is you need to write and then you can write out different words, other different letters, and just put them next to and see what words they make. So you will see how the end sound, so the an sound remains constant while these letters change. Okay, so that's all you'll be doing with your little book is you can write, for instance, you can use this ending sound and then write out all your letters and see when you put the words next to each other what word they make. Okay, are you ready? Let's try. B, a, n. B, a, n. Ban, ban, ban. K, a, n. Can, can, can. D, a, n. D, n. D, n. Dan, dan. Okay, we'll do one more. F, a, n. F, fan, fan. Okay, grade R. So, for today's literacy activity, we are going to be doing this worksheet. It is called, Can You Name This Animal? So, moms and dads, what we want your little one to do here is, first of all, identify the animal independently. Once they have done that, they must identify the sounds that are in the word in order to name the animal. So they must identify the sounds and then be able to take those sounds to paper using the correct formation. All right, so they'll use these lines to write the animal's name. Once again, please allow them to do this by themselves. So if they aren't grasping the concept, they can keep redoing it. So they can draw pictures of a dog, of a cat, and do the exact same activity, independently. It's just refining that skill of can they hear the sounds and can they put it to paper. Once again, when they are writing, please ensure that the tripod grip, so thumb, forefinger, hug your koki. Don't forget that gap so you have control of your koki. And don't forget, when we write in koki or pencil, and when we colour in, we can colour in crayon. If you want to outline in koki, that is perfectly fine too. Okay, good luck guys, and I know you are going to absolutely smash this worksheet. Have fun! Good morning, grade R's. So, this week we are going to play a little game that is going to help us to recognize our numbers and our letters. So, on a piece of paper, I have drawn my letters, and then I've also drawn my numbers. So you can see I've laid them out on the floor. You won't be able to see them that clearly, but you'll understand it for the point of the game. So you're going to write out numbers 0 to 10 or 0 to 20 or whatever you want to do, and you are going to write out letters A to Z. Okay? So I'm going to incorporate a number, letter, and gross motor game. Okay, so you can play with just numbers, you can play with just letters, that's totally up to you. You can just use your own gross motor. So you can see, well, I don't know if you'll be able to, but over here I've set up each number, I've set up each letter with a number. So what's going to happen is, say for instance, we are working with the movement jumping jack. So you can play this as many times as you want, and all you're going to need to do is change the move. Jumping jack, squats, sit-ups, somersaults, skips, hops, anything you want, but we are going to play, I think, with squats just because it's the easiest one to do. And say, for instance, I need to run and find the letter A. Okay? So by each letter, there is a number. So you are going to race with mom and dad or brother and sister, absolutely anyone. You are going to race, okay? Or mom and dad is going to call out a letter and you have a limited amount of time, so say 10 seconds to go and find that letter and the number and perform the movement. So I am going to go and find the letter A. So now remember guys, we are working with the movement squats. Each letter is paired with a number. So I'm going to run to the letter A. Now remember, you need to race mom or dad or whoever you're racing. And the letter A is paired with the number 3. So I need to come and stand next to it and I need to perform 3 air squats. 1, judge and say, I performed 3 air squats and this is the letter A. If you pick up the wrong letter, you need to go and put them back and you need to go try and find the correct letter before somebody else, the person you're versing, finds it. Say, for instance, you performed 5 squats. When you were only meant to perform 3, you need to go, put it back, and start again, where you can perform 3 squats and then get the number and letter. Okay, so guys, this is helping with following instructions. This is helping you identify your numbers and letters. It's help learning the quantity of numbers, and it's making you super, super strong. So I hope you enjoy this little game.